Hello, people of the multiverse, and welcome to another story. Today, we try again at something that didn't quite work last week. Hopefully, today, we are playing Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. But as always, the start of the stream is just going to be getting everything set up. So kick back, relax, and we'll get into things shortly. Hey, Sam. Welcome in. How are you doing? Alive is a good start. You're working on your high fantasy world. 5e, okay. Yeah, everyone always talks about wanting to play D&D, not necessarily wanting to roleplay. Is a thing. You do seem to put in a bunch of effort to get your family involved in things. It's nice. That's one of the reasons it's nice, Sam. I mean, if it was personally beneficial, then it would be less altruistic, if that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, that's not the best thing, Sam. I am sorry to hear that it's that much of a mess. Hey, so interesting thing. I claimed my daily free onigiri earlier when I was participating in KO's stream. Hey Jenny, welcome in. How are you? So it turns out that just in case anyone's ever wondering, the streamer account being separate from the viewer account means that you can do this on both sides. Let's just buy all of this up. Actually, I haven't looked at the event recently, so just give me a second. I know this is going to pop up in a web browser, so you won't be able to see it, but I'm just curious if anyone has hit that 2 million point yet. Okay, it turns out that all the groups have gotten the first step, which means that the warrior skin for each group is available, which technically means that there is a point to buying each of the chests. And once you've got that skin, not buying that chest until you've got the other ones or another one unlocks. If I've read this correctly. Ah, starting April 1st. So I don't know whether that counts as now because it's April 1st for me, or if it's April 1st wherever Frame Raiders is based. But you know, from going forward, it's worth buying those chests. Making settings is fun. It is one of the things that I enjoy doing about running the game. Jenny waiting for food and wishing for Tina? Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that. Not many people that I know, and definitely not the people that I normally play with, have this yet. Panda, welcome in. How are you doing? It's almost your birthday. Do you think that someone might buy it for your birthday? Okay, what did I unlock for getting the 2 tiers from buying all of those chests? And apparently that completed quests that I should check off before continuing because you never know what the next level of things is. Hey, we're up to the gold badge. And I'm glad to hear that you are doing extremely well. Is there a reason for the extreme? And I am doing okay so far. We are just getting all the Stream Raidery stuff done before we see if the game will actually cooperate this week. And yeah, Jenny, unfortunately, I would love to be able to buy the game for you. I'm not quite at the point of being able to buy AAA titles for people yet. Sam, I kind of want the flip side to your statement. I don't want people being asses all the time. I would much prefer they get their assery out of the way on one day as opposed to all the time. One day though, Jenny. One day. Sam, I have many backup plans. In that I have many games, and not all of them have been on stream. And that includes ones that are already installed and good to go. And then there's some that I have had on stream before. So, you know, we will figure something out. New relationship and he is wonderful. That's great to hear, Panda. I'm so glad that you're happy. Okay, so starting off the stream with another hard level because that is a thing that we do. Rogue and War Beasts. Okay, gotta place a War Beast. Hey, it's a dinosaur. I'm gonna place over here, and once again say that people should place down explodey assassin type things. Along there. And like some flying assassin type things at the back just in case. And just in case people need a plan. Because I myself have recently had a follow the plan objective. You can just whatever you like there. Sam, you may have been the only one that entered that giveaway, but there you go. You took that differently. It's either be an ass and make nobody like you, or just don't be an ass. That, yeah, I guess. But yeah, that is not at all how I interpreted what you said. And yeah, Jenny is a very good point. Like when people realize it's April Fool's Day, they're like, wait a second, I should probably look into this. But April Fool's isn't just about being an ass. There is such a thing as light-hearted fun. Blizzard used to do a really good job of it, and I've stopped paying attention to them with all the like the way that that company degraded over the past few years. But one of the things that they used to do is like fake game announcements. One of which for WoW was the idea of a permadeath class where you played as a wisp and could work your way up to the point where you detonated, but if you do, then your character's dead and you have to start over. And they even did things like giving the wisp cosmetic customizations, like it having a mustache and things like that. It's like an excuse to make silly things like acting the fool, not just being an ass. I much prefer that April Fool's Day to, you know, playing pranks on people that are basically just harmful. Yeah, I've never been a fan of jokes at other people's expense. Like, the rule on my channel has always been never punch down. So, if you're telling a joke and you're talking about a minority that you're not part of from a position of, you know, greater privilege or anything like that, then it doesn't go down well. I would much rather people be inclusive and have a good time, even if they're being silly about it, than the practical joke sort of thing. Anyway, I think it is time to try this. Hi everyone. So yes, today we are once again trying Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. At least to start off with, I'm not going to be having Dixper on because that is an extra draw on resources, and I would like to make sure that things are working before we get to that point. If things are going well a bit later in the stream, I might turn it on. We might just leave it off for today, depending on how things go. So yeah, I'm gonna skip forward a bit, assuming that people have either seen the introduction or were here last week. Actually, this is a good opportunity to tell me if you would like to see the intro again, because otherwise we've done that. We can get past it and try to get to the point where we left off last time. This is the character that I've been playing in single player. I like the idea of the Graveborn a lot more than the execution of it so far. So I'm kind of looking forward to us making a new character and trying that out, seeing how it works. Jenny War Thunder does legendary April Fool stuff. Do you want to tell us about it? You probably already have told us about it. Amy like jokes, but 90% of people you've dealt with in the past just don't know when to stop or have really bad concept of a prank. Yeah, that's the thing, is that if your joke is funny because it's at someone else's expense, then you're doing it wrong. If your joke is funny at either your own expense or no one's expense, then you're on a much better track. You know, include people, not target people. An 8080 chicken walker from Star Wars lookalikes made from World War II tank bits. Oh, wow. Not seen a single thing of this game so far, but it doesn't bother you either way. Okay. Misty, welcome in. How are you doing? Sam, I have a concern, but elaborate. Yeah. Like, Sam, unless they took that to work or some sort of situation where it's completely inappropriate, that sort of thing is amusing because it seems fine and nothing's a problem, and then suddenly people start laughing and you realize that something's going on, and unless there is, you know, some sort of trauma or, you know, social anxiety to do with that sort of stuff, which, you know, I'm sure that you know your dad well enough to know whether that would be harmful. All good. Okay. Rose, also, welcome in. How are you doing? Okay, so last time we decided on balance.
There is a world beyond the...
Yep. As I said, we are skipping the intro because we are trying to quickly get to the place where we were before. And I believe the class that we chose was the Spellshot. Does anyone have problems with the Spellshot? Wolf, not so far. Also, welcome in. Dancer, thank you very much for the host. So far have not crashed. Give it a minute. Thanks. Thanks, more different Dark Wolf. This is why I was saying earlier that having Dark's Wolf Den and Dark Wolf would be interesting in the one chart. Okay. Okay, so we are going with the Spellshot. And this is the part where I'm going to need a bunch of feedback because you are designing a character. Personally, I found, like, bits and pieces of this make it easier to design the entire thing first. So, I guess we will start with the body shape, because that may make a difference to how you see the rest of the character. Do you want that one or this one? That one or this one? I'm going to say hi, doing well, even though you woke up early, jumped into a side session D&D and got something that must have been fated to you. Yeah, Rose. Sounds pretty cool. Answer wants this one. Yeah, but Dark Wolf, I don't want to sit here for, like, designated amounts of time. Unless we're going to be doing, like, 30-second polls.
Prime to your Twitter, oh viewers of plenty, oh viewers of plenty, whoa.
Dancer, as always, thank you for being wonderful. Rose, congratulations. Now you have access to all the usual things. Evil, welcome in. How are you doing? Wolf, it really doesn't matter. It's just a matter of this one or that one. Like, you can mix and match as you please in this. Wolf, that is the eternal question on Twitch. It happens a lot. Okay, so rather than going through that, we're gonna go for facial features and stuff next. One of the weird things that helped me when I was creating my character, I don't know if it's the same for everyone, is actually picking the ear shape first. Because when you're looking at this sort of thing, it kind of influences what you want the rest of the character to look like. So, does anyone have a preference or want me to call out what something is called? Yeah, Dancer, it is perfectly fine to go with the ones that we already have. Just, you know, people have preferences. So giving people a chance to look, see what we think. And I'm basically just filling dead air while I give people a chance to actually answer. By pointiest ears, do you mean these ones? The ones that are called long? Or these ones which are called pointed up, which seem pointier to me? Dancer, we are a fair way away from the lip. We are looking at ears. Please do not jump ahead because it will just confuse things. Okay. So, next. Head shape. And I do this just to get rid of the marks. So, with our very pointy ears, we could have a very angular face. We could have ears that are like half the size of the head. I love this. They're just very different. Any thoughts? Like, are we going a very elven look? Is that what people would like? Second on the top, that one. Sam wants a dwarf elf. A dwelf? So I think that's this one and this one that have been mentioned so far. Dancer, I'm happy to give more time. I just need to know what to look at. Well, this is the one that Sam is suggesting. The lip is distracting you. Okay, give me a sec. That was a bad choice. Is that better? Okay, do we have any other thoughts? We have Sam saying dwelf. And Dancer, well, I don't know if you want to look at any others, but this is the one that you were asking to look at before. You know, I still haven't gotten my dice out. I should just... Okay, so if there is no other input... Last one on the first and second. So last one on the first. Last one on the second. And evil, again, we have not gotten to the eyes. That they will be handled later. Sam's choice. Okay, Sam, you have an agreement. Skin color. So we have more normal-ish colors to more extreme colors. I'm gonna stay down here because so far Sam's preference has been outlandish things. But I'm willing to scroll back up and show people things if you would like. And the reason I'm preferencing Sam's things is because he's given me a sort of structure to work under. Purple? No, they aren't nearly that, like, they go, you know, they've got newbie, which is unpainted or grey. Human, and then down here they've got things like exhumed and astral and scales. And evil, yes, we will get to the eyes. They are a completely separate thing. Scales it is. Hair. Well, I can rotate the character, so it doesn't really matter if they're centered or not. And what they're looking at is not of particular relevance. Last one on the third row. Evil, that is not something that we can really control. We do not have a way to... Like, we are not building the skin, we are choosing options for the skin. First one on the bottom row. That one really feels like we're going to need some special effects and some power-up sequences that might involve yelling. That Frodo, that again changes the ears, but it is a thing. Again, I don't mind. This is all of your character. You need the ears? So last eared suggestion was this one. I'm happy to look at others. See, this is one of the things that I always find amusing with streaming, because the way that I play games is not the way that you have me play games. And keeping that in mind for when I am doing playthroughs, basically the thought that you're gonna play it one way if you play the game. That varies a bunch, but like that there's certain things that are more common, and so you don't want to see those things when you're watching because that's what you would do. You want to see something different. So yeah, like knowing my audience, in a lot of games they're going to choose the contrary route. They're going to be rebellious and, you know, go for something a bit more amusing when they're doing it. So taking the very safe, more mundane routes is often like the choice that gets made. First one, third row. You'd be unlikely. Exactly, Sam. Evil, it should say underneath the stream, but it is Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. It's the latest in the Borderlands series. And third one, third row. Which you kind of need to see from multiple angles. You want the dragon locks? Okay. And just in case, other people can weigh in. It is not just the Sam and Dee Dee show. If people would like to have an opinion, have an opinion. Last one, second row. Okay. So, do people change mind or go back to what we already had? The dragon locks? Okay. And yes, Sam, it does say ear symmetry. Turning off ear symmetry means that you can have two different sized ears. I beat you to it, Sam. Okay, facial hair and masks. Do you want any facial hair? Last one on the second row. But Dancer, they're all here. I mean, I can, but I don't see. Is it hard to see on the screen? Okay. Darkwolf, you think that 0 ear should mean literally no ear? Second on the middle row. And second on the top row. Okay. Just giving anyone else... we've got 3 active people saying yes, so we'll go with that. And actual color of the hair. It's fairly normal from the look of it. That a black to red gradient. I don't know. Like, I am bad at the colors. It is called Warlocks. So yeah, yes it is. This is Sam's choice. So that's all of them. And while you're mulling it over, we have a battle. Where we are gonna die. I don't even know if it's worth placing a thing. So, good luck, people. You're gonna need it. Wow, that war beast. It's not gonna win it for us, but look at that. And someone paid attention to my suggestion that we put in some flying rogues. Which of course means that this is going to go for another 3 minutes. Well, Darkwolf, it's out of my hands. We have to sit and wait until it feels like putting in the timer. What silence? You mean the silence that includes the blazing music that goes on with these things? Okay. It is technically still dead air. Just checking on things while we wait. Okay, so at least one thing that I updated has worked. There is the fact that the giveaway now actually says what the person won in the Discord. Which of course means that if my mods decide to start giveaways, the prize listed is now actually what people will be getting. Which is a nice little awkwardness for all of us. Another thing of note is that we now have we have a new sound for this month. So emotional damage is still available, as are all of the sounds, but it is no longer a point redeem. And Dancer, like, being put on the spot is never a good way for me to do things. Telling me things like, you know, fill the silence and make up words to this song are good ways to make me go, Now, Soulsbane has been doing some work, and if we had have had more flying rogues, we would have actually managed this. Because look, have caught up to me in kills. If we had another unit that did that many kills, we would have gotten through. Okay. Can I actually, like, does it work to change, to lower the volume of the music in this now? And that was at 50%. Let's drop it to 30. No, there. And see if that's better for next time. Okay. So, attempt number 2. Which will, of course, take me a minute to set up all the things. And I don't have that this time. But, just to help us get through, I'll put in my own flying rogue. Flying rogues at the back. Actually, you know what? Explosives there. And just whatever you like here. You need to do a Fekovsky? No worries, Starkwolf. We will see you a bit later. Dancer, a colloquial way of he needs to fuck off. He needs to feck off. He's doing a Fekovsky. Okay, so this was the hair that was picked. Now, if people would like to change features like the mouth and like facial features, that is totally doable. We've already mentioned that the eyes are a thing that people want to look at. So I'll give a chance to look. Like there is nose shape, which doesn't change a lot. There is mouth shape, which doesn't change a lot. Okay, lips. Let me know if any of these are actually preferable. The lower lip size. Oh, there's mouth symmetry. So if you want me to change the lower lip size, we turn that off and then I can... the fun of stream delay, where I get to sit here making them do, like, outy lip until people say something. Yes, there is a setting for the upper lip as well, and you can do that too. And if we put them both down to nothing, then you can have tiny mouth. Make them look just petulant. First column, bottom row. Okay. Is that the one that you were talking about? It is much less pouty than what I was just looking at. That one looks normal. Fair enough. I'm not sure that everyone here is going for normal, but I am happy to play along with whoever's responding. Just for curiosity's sake, if we make that huge. Yeah, it doesn't look as good huge. So, thoughts? Leave it as is? Make it changed? Today I'm drinking Tetris. So that is lower than the maximum. That is in fact half height. And I am not seeing much in the way of responses, so I'm going to look at noses just to give people a chance to respond. That seems kind of fitting to me. But again, this isn't my character. I don't really care. So... some aspect could be royal blue or some shade of blue. That'd be great. You gotta dip because you have to be up in 7 hours. No worries, Jenny. You get good sleep, and hopefully we'll catch you again soon. One to the left, the big nose. Really gotta do something about that text. It is not expecting the white background. Okay, I'm taking that as a good sign. Absurd is a word that we are using as a positive at the moment. What does eye symmetry do if it is off? You get to change the things, not the different eye colors. Normal break thing, fair enough. Well, enjoy. I hope that that is a fun thing for you as well, Jenny. Okay, so... other than the actual eye color and pupils, which are the fairly standard things, let me know if you want to change the eyebrows, lashes, or eye shape. Otherwise, I'm just going to be focusing on these two. So we have interesting eye pupils. If anyone is interested. I'm kind of wondering what happened to Sam, and wondering if I missed Sam saying that something was going on. Because I do miss things, it happens. Interesting dancer. I have no idea. First one on the second row. Working on a draft of a map. You can have someone, probably Terra, actually draw something for you. Okay. There's good map software out there in case that is a thing that you'd like. The one that I see being most popular is called Incarnate. Spelt ink. Like the stuff that you write with. Incarnate. Well, I've got 3 options there, so you're gonna need to pick one of them. Or I'm gonna need to pick one of them. Someone pick something. You both like the last one. Okay. Allah. Now, this could be the thing that we do blue if you want to follow Jenny's request. Or we could just make some of the armor blue. You like the glowy one? It is the only one that's glowy. Hey, as said, we can change some details. But that's pretty much it for the face. We can... Do you want to be a big dwelf or a small dwelf? Or a medium dwelf. We could be a medium dwelf. The smallest of dwelfs? Okay, now the voices are going to be tricky because there's a few of them. So we'll start with Galante.
Now this is the look of a hero.
Magnificent!
Oh yeah, I definitely made the right choice.
Oh, yeah. I definitely made the right choice.
I could do with a change.
What suits me?
My image is in need of refinement.
I must evolve yet again.
Oh yeah, I've got the goods.
So, those are the available voices. And we can change all of the pitch. So... You like the biggest head? Okay. So, Sam likes Strange. Dancer likes Gallant A.
Something has to change.
Begin afresh. Ha! Justice is always in fashion.
Oh, wait, I wonder what randomize actually does. It's probably going to randomize the entire thing. You're voting Strange because it's Strange. Fair enough.
I make heroism look good. Magnificent.
That doesn't seem to change much for me.
I make heroism look good. Ha! Justice is always in fashion.
Begin afresh.
I must evolve yet again.
My form is ephemeral.
My form is ephemeral.
Something has to change.
Oh yeah, I've got the goods. Ha ha! Now this is the look of a hero.
Begin afresh.
Range B all the way to the left.
My image is in need of refinement.
Sure thing, Sam.
Begin afresh.
All the way to the right.
My form is ephemeral. Something has to change.
I must evolve yet again. Something has to change. My form is ephemeral.
Wow, the pitch really changes the more masculine versions of these things. And I don't notice a big difference in the feminine ones. Okay. Facial decorations. Do you want scars? Tattoos? Makeup? Eyeliners, okay. Actually, probably hard to see with the color of eyeliner that's been chosen, so look for something that's a bit... Actually, the black's the only one that really stands out with this skin. You want the heart one? Last one, second row. Then the last one in each color. Okay. Last one, third row for lines, and last one in each color. Okay. You mean second row? You're getting a bit shouty. And last one in color. You last one in color, do you mean this? Right, I was having a hard time interpreting what you meant. Okay, is there anything else that you would like to look at? As I said, there is scars, there is tattoos, and there is other makeup. Unless I can make something dark blue or navy. It's probably best going to be on the actual armor. Galactic sky blue. Baronet blue leather. Purple, violet. So blue was Jenny's request. And that it's just different sections of the armor do different things. Middle of the last row. Just to show you what it's changing. That is the color it is. And it's the same for each segment of the armor. So it doesn't matter if we change which part, that's the color it'll be. Make everything blue. Now, we can change the patterns as well, but that is the coloration. So the patterns don't change a lot. So you've got nothing, and then a half and half, stripes, boxes, plant-like. That's called high elf fashion. A tabard. For some reason, this is called Banshee Chic. Now, so this part of the game is part of the customizations. The customization options in the game. So this is the default array of things that are available, and then during the game you find things that allow you to customize further. It's not a lot, it's mainly like colors, but yeah, they exist. So inspiration and gold claw. And again, that is the primary pattern. There is a secondary pattern of the same set of things. Oh no, they're different. Okay. Now this is things like the pants legs. Now you said last on the second row. You are bamboozled? What is bamboozling you? Secondary pattern, okay. So that one. You want it to look like this? I don't know what slider overdrive is. Wouldn't have a clue. We have another battle! At this rate, we may not actually get to the game. We're gonna spend the entire night just generating a character. Well, this is the problem, Data, is that I was hoping that more people would be weighing in with, like, choices and it would just, you know, flow a lot smoother. When it's only, like, one person giving feedback, you may as well just be making the character yourself. Okay, Data, I see you in here with the evil Cupid flying rogue. I don't think I've seen that one before. There you go. Okay, I'm gonna throw that down there, because I think that that's where things are gonna get to. And hopefully this goes better. Go get him, people. That is fair, Sam. That is fair. And I do not mean to be pressuring you in particular. Just, there was hope that this would be more of a crowd sort of thing. But I should know by now that What the Friday is sort of a low turnout event. It's one of the reasons that I've been tossing around the idea of starting earlier. At least on a day. Not sure if it would be today that I do it, but yeah, this time of day seems to be too late in America middle of the day in Europe and too early in Australia, so it just seems to be a bad slot. Okay, so Angel Exo took out both the top spots. There were no epics this time around. Random awards go to Dancer. You get some healers. I don't see anything that I need to be doing, so on to the next one. Yeah, we're doing this and then heading up to that skin chest. Maybe what I should be doing is just hitting random. But we've just spent all this time actually making a thing, so that's not ideal. Okay, so this is ranged units only, people. Unless you know that your units can hit flyers, they are only flyers. There are no ground units here. So once again, I'm just gonna put ranged units there and let people decide what they want to do with the rest of the space. Okay, so on the off chance that anyone that's watching is a game dev, and Argus, thank you very much for the host. So if you get to this point in, like, you've got this many options for making a character, and you've gone so far as to put in a randomize button down here to say, you know, let's make a random character, push the button. Please include a way to save a setting. At least one, preferably more. Because when you hit randomize, then anything that you like is gone. So, like, I don't want to hit randomize right now because we just made this character. And if we randomize into something that we don't like, then I'm going to have to do all this work again. Anyway. Continuing. Now we actually have choices for the history and makeup of the character rather than just their features, their appearance. How are you doing today, Argus? What's been going on? Now, I am going to make the choices here unless people have strong feelings, because this has to do with how the character plays, and I've played some of the games, so I know the sort of thing that we're planning on doing with this character. But I will read out the things because that's basically content. You know, people might be amused to hear what these things are. The first background is Village Idiot with the archetype of Thick. It has the picture of Claptrap, which is amazingly appropriate. It says, "Oh, you sweet large child, blessed with looks, muscles, and exactly 2 brain cells that never call each other. You are made in the image of gods, specifically Belothian, god of himbos. You were always destined either for greatness or to be legally categorized as a construction equipment. There is Raised by Elves with the archetype of Nimble. You really don't like bringing it up, but you grew up in an elven commune. A steady diet of uncooked leaves and tree sap has left you lighter on your feet but scrawny. Also, if you have to hear one more harp solo in your life, you're gonna lose your gourd. There is a failed monk with the archetype of nerd. A powerful calling led you to leave your life behind and travel to a mountain monastery, where you could learn ancient teachings and contemplate the meaning of all things in peace. Then you emptied a chamber pot out of the window and hit the head monk mid-yawn. Fearing that vows of non-violence only extend so far, you fled in the night, seeking another calling. There's the recovered inventory hoarder with the archetype of pack rat. You once stumbled across your fantastical world, stuffing your pockets with every last candlestick and wheel of cheese you could sweep off the shelves. You've sworn off junk, but now your eyes turn towards implements of destruction and their gleaming loot beams. And the last one is Rogue Alchemist, which has the archetype of savvy. The Royal Alchemist Society strictly regulates transmutation magic. Screw those guys! You made a name for yourself hawking off-brand affordable jewelry, but are recently unemployed and on the run after the local baron discovered his new golden amulet was made of chocolate. So the thing is, with this character in particular, we're going to be focusing on doing lots of spells. There's going to be all the usual things, but Spellslinger, the whole point of it is that you get two spells as one of the things. So, we want the biggest boost to intelligence that we can get. So Failed Monk gives us a 2, and Recovered Inventory Hoarder gives us a 2. The second thing is that skill cooldown's probably going to be a big deal. So we're going to be doing less critical chance and less maximum life, both hit points and shields, but we'll have faster skill cooldowns and faster spell cooldowns, which is the important thing, right? And Argus, I'm glad to hear that you are out relaxing, and Dancer, I don't think I said, but nice work on Archers to 28. You're this close. I'm gonna dump all of our points into intelligence so that we can maximize on that spell cooldown, because why wouldn't we min-max? Now, does anyone want to name the character? I will just do the generic thing otherwise, but if you want to name it, if you're amused by something, if you have any sort of suggestions, now's the chance. And of course, stream delay means that there is like much more time needed to give people that chance to do all the typing and anything like that. Okay. It's not like the name comes up much. It doesn't get included in storyline or things like that. It's just a way of identifying the character. But if you had amusing thoughts, I would definitely roll with them. So this is our character. This is our Spellshot. And we actually get to play the game.
fine. You've just drawn your own face over the character sheet?
It said draw your hero, and I'm my own hero.
Okay. And Fret, it says your starter sword does murder 1,000 damage?
My bad. I left off a 0.
Okay, no plan! Fred and Valentine can't be trusted with pencils, let alone dice. So it is up to you, newbie. You are the Fate Maker. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. And these fools shall be thine advisors, I guess.
Fine. I advise that you better be a badass. We're here to slay evil and get gold.
I know you see me as a role model. Follow my lead and you'll be a great fate maker.
All right, one last thing. Bunkers and Badasses is a role-playing game, baby. That means you do not break character voice. Kapiski? Break me off a piece of that.
The universe is a garden of arcane mysteries. I will break open its fruit and drink of its knowledge.
Tasty. Now, prepare to enter a world of fantasy.
I don't see anything.
You gotta imagine it, knucklehead.
Just close your eyes and wonder. You have arrived in the Snoring Valley, an unassuming and peaceful corner of the Queendom that harbors a dark secret. Dun, dun, dun. You journeyed far to be here, heeding the call of the Queen herself.
The Queen herself! What could she want of us?
She fears the Dragon Lord will soon reawaken. You must find his tomb and prevent his resurrection.
What I'm hearing is we get to whoop his ass.
Here's a little cheat sheet to track your health and map and stuff.
Okay. So, I need to move camera. Just a second. Go to this corner for now. I may do more moving later when things get, you know, added to the scene. But there you go. You can now see my life. But look at this. Like, look how shiny this whole thing looks. That amused me the first time I figured out what was going on. It is a standard thing in the game that boxes have Butt Stallion's head on them, and when you open them, they neigh at you.
Treacherous bridge! My path is waylaid!
Yep, the bridge here is out.
You recognize one of the Queen's waystones. It seems to call to you. The Queen's magic enters you through the stone, granting you the power of... Auror! You now have magical sight and hearing, baby.
Queen Butt Stallion! She's guiding us on our quest!
Sure enough, baby. A trail of spectral hoofprints leads off into the woods.
Yep, we're not on rails at all, people. We just got magical sight and hearing just so that we can make sure that we're going the right way. It's so shiny. And anytime we go near one of these things, like, it's not something that you can activate, it's just a... Hey Dos, thank you very much for the host. How are you doing? Yeah, it's just go this way, marker.
A fallen tree bars your path. What you gonna do about it, huh?
I cast identify tree.
It's a species called Jumpus tutorialis, and weirdly, it only grows in this one valley.
Jumpus tutorialis.
Ahead, the glint of edged steel beckons you forward. Some hot lumberjane has left her axe in a stump.
But this is one of the things that is different about this game to previous games. Your melee is actually an item.
What's that, darling? You thirst for battle? Let's get you a drink.
Love a good axe. Great for cleaving, hacking, even a good old-fashioned chop-chop.
The cave mouse sits covered over nearby. If only you could get in.
But yeah, now in your inventory there is the melee item slot. So wider range of buffs.
Though the magical hoofprints continue through the cave, the rocky ceiling dips low to the ground.
A true fate maker knows when to stand tall and when to crouch. Now's the time I was talking about. It's crouching time!
Amused that they do this sort of thing for the tutorial.
Yeah, work them sweet glutes. And if you get a running start and crouch, you'll slide around like a cool action hero.
Now, Hados, I can't remember if you've commented on the shout out there. Have you paid attention to what it says? Have you talked to me about it in the past? It seems like that sort of thing, but I wasn't sure because my memory's terrible. But I'm glad that I'm glad that it has been noticed.
Another waystone guides your path, but reaching it will mean going through a pack of nasty, pinchy crabs.
Yeah! Combat! Kill them all!
Ah, pinchy! They're so pinchy!
The best thing about my memory being terrible is that the only reason I bring that up is because I saw it just now and I forgot that I had done that. Like, not that I'd included you, I forgot what I'd written. So, you know, sometimes I amuse me. Ah! Get axed!
You have defeated the crabs! Luckily, they were carrying their life savings for some reason. All yours now.
I think we killed everything down here. Climb up there and follow the hoof prints.
And I love that they acknowledge that sort of stuff in these video games as well. Well, role-playing games in general, of you defeated this thing, and for some reason it has loads of money, because that's what the loot table says.
So many memories of foes slain and looted.
Now, I don't know if I'm the only one, but this, when I first saw it, seemed very Skyrim to me. And this game is full of references, so would not be surprised.
A fallen shrine. It seems to me.
That's right. The Queen has ruled the Wonderland since I was but a humble player, like you, Bing Bongs. She has foreseen your arrival and left a powerful weapon for you. The weapon of a Fate Maker.
That's not true. That's a dirty lie. This is a super average weapon that is there just to get you started. There is nothing special about this weapon.
It's a gun!
It's practically ancient, but it shall deal death all the same.
Wait, there's guns in fantasy?
You're in Tina's fantasy, baby!
Shrine floor rises beneath you. From here, you can spy a quaint little village nestled in the bodacious bosom of the valley. But beyond it, a dark and ancient castle lurks... lurkingly.
My third and seventh eyes can sense the Dragon Lord's presence in that castle from here.
Third and seventh eyes. I don't know why I'm collecting all the money. I know I'm not going to need it. we are going to get less far than I have in my single player doing this, and I haven't needed money in single player yet.
Fate Maker, you will never reach the Dark Master.
Skeleton ambush!
No, Sam, they don't see shit.
Don't come near me.
Ha!
'Twas cruel of them to send you to me. Soon the grave mouth of the soil shall feast on your flesh.
I do like that melee combat in this is a lot more encouraged.
Holy crap, they might reach the Dark Master! I gotta book it!
Yeah. Whatever he's talking about. There's a loot chest up on that tower. Get them loots.
I am Ribula, faithful servant of the Dragon Lord. Tell me where his tomb is, or I'll make you a skeleton too!
I don't know. I swear it on the Queen's diamond tail.
Lies! You are soaked in skeleton! Spread out, my undead hordes! We must find the Master!
I've gotten a lot of amusement so far that the skeletons aren't just, you know, random undead in this. The skeletons have voice lines.
Ooh, you found a ward. That's like a magical shield above your health. Pretty sweet. Uh-oh, a rock slide bars your way to the village.
We're ruined! All is lost!
Very heroic. Tina, can we blow up the rocks?
Sorry, it's impossible. Without explosives!
Yep.
You gotta shoot them if you want them to explode.
Victory! I'd never lost hope.
Ahead, you hear the roar of raging fire and the clackety-clackety of bones!
We're here to save the village!
Hey.
Ooh, the village is already ransacked and crawling with skilly men.
We're here to avenge the village!
Skellyman.
Their soul now befouls the waters of their nether time.
You're already dead.
Dancer, you have won a prize.
Dedicate my body to science.
I bet the prize is a cooking stream on Discord with no. There are a number of problems with that statement, Haydos.
An extra powerful skeleton arises! A badass!
I mean, I probably could aim my camera at my kitchen now because they are a lot closer to each other than they used to be. But, one, I would have to be able to cook. And two, I'd have to own an apron. And three, I'd have to make a private channel in Discord. Okay, we just leveled up. You've now unlocked your first action skill. To slot this first skill, press tab and go to the skills menu. Check out your skill tree here as well. After your skill is slotted, you can use it in-game by pressing G. You receive skill points and a hero point every time you level up, which can be spent on skill and hero point upgrades in the same skills menu. It also immediately gives you full health and ward and puts a small wintergreen mint in your character's mouth. Valid while supplies last. Haydos, similar problems. I would have to be able to make coffee. There's less problems there because, you know, I don't need an apron. I'd still need to figure out how to get the camera to be able to point at the right place, though. Like, as you may have noticed, I'm an energy drink person. I do have a kettle. It's in a cupboard somewhere. I don't have anything to put in the hot water once it's done, though. So, you know, layers of difficulty. I could potentially make a cocktail. I mean, what I'm saying with that is that I could take the drinks that I already have and put alcohol in them. That's sort of like a cocktail. Oh, by the way, that what it says on the label of that bottle has nothing to do with what's actually in it. It is not a sports drink. It is a bottle that I use because it's 1 liter and therefore makes measuring the like G Fuel and Gamer Sups and that sort of things that I am drinking out of it easy to measure. Sam, make poutine. I don't have chips or wedges of that sort. I don't have cheese curds. I don't, like, I can get chips or wedges. I don't think, I have no idea if I can get cheese curds. Gravy's easy enough to get, but I don't have it. When I've said before that I'm not big on food prep or cleaning up, that means that the supplies that I have for those sorts of things don't really exist. Hera may be able to get cheese curds. That isn't to say that they aren't in the city that I'm in. They just may not be local. Hot Gatorade. Yeah, I'm not a hot drink person. Anyway. Toxin is raiding in. That is a new name.
A single villager remains alive in the carnage. She look bad, baby. She looks like she's about to die.
Might as well save her peasant ass.
Before we save the peasant, though, we just did get access to the character sheet stuff, so let's take a look at that. Ooh, Toxin. Welcome in. Thank you very much for bringing your people here. And it seems like you're having, at least on my end, it looks like you're having some issues with your emotes. Oh, you were doing Borderlands 2. How are you finding it? And, like, details. I'm very curious. Okay, so we've just unlocked skills is what it said. Here we've got Polymorph. The Fate Maker turns an enemy into a skeep for a few seconds. If they are immune, the Fate Maker instantly casts a free spell on that enemy and gains 2 stacks of spell weaving. That's better. Toxin, I see those. How are you doing? Welcome in. And welcome to all of Toxin's people as well. You are very welcome here. While Polymorph is active, the Fate Maker and their allies have a chance to cast a free spell after dealing gun damage to the Polymorph target. This effect is guaranteed the first time the Fate Maker deals gun damage. After the Fate Maker casts a spell this way, they gain a stack of spell weaving. So polymorph something strong, shoot it once, cast a free spell, shoot it more to get more free spells. That's what I'm getting out of this. Finished up the Tiny Tina DLC yourself with some buds. Thankfully, they were over-leveled. You were doing poop damage. Fair enough. Bunkers and Badasses was a great DLC. So, like, are you planning on doing that and then following up with Wonderland? Is that what's going on? Or, like, is there any relation? Okay, what skills do we have? We've got Spell Sniper. Spell critical hit chance is increased. Excellent. We're going to be doing a lot with spells. Magic bullets. A portion of all increases the Fate Maker receives to spell damage is also applied to their gun damage. That's pretty amazing. And it is. I was just double checking that they didn't change the word, and I was like just reading what I expected. But prestidigitation, reload speed is increased. That's okay. Reload speed's pretty okay. But no, I'm going to go with Spell Sniper first because I want to do as many things with spells as possible. Planning on doing it when it comes to Steam or get it on your console. Fair enough. If I didn't want to wait 6 months for this series, then I would also get it on Steam. Most of my games are on Steam, and the Epic interface still has a lot to be desired. But I wanted it now.
They're all so beautiful. I can hardly choose between them. And yet...
Prestidigitation, best spell, Sam? Like, I'm not arguing, but more details? Okay, so here is another thing that's a little bit different in that you actually have your character sheet and get to put that they said hero points each level. I am just going to keep pumping intelligence until we max it out because that is our spell cooldown. And as you can see, there isn't a spell damage. There's status damage, but not spell damage here. Okay, reviving of the person.
Thank you for saving my peasant ass stranger. How can I ever repay you?
I require no payment. I seek to prevent the Dragon Lord's return.
You're a fate maker. I knew the queen would send us a hero. The tomb is in the crypt below Castle Herofast. You must hurry before his minions find it.
The tomb is inside
Fight,
a crypt.
fight!
The perfect hiding place.
May the queen's favor see your noble quest through.
It does not feel like it's been half an hour. And I completely missed that message, so thank you, Dancer. Okay, what do we got? I see Crimson. I'm going with Crimson. Crimson is in with the Longshot Ancient Archer. And that should be nice and helpful. And because we are going for range damage, I'm going to throw in the high ground there and hope that it helps. Go get him, people. Hey, else that makes sense. Also, that battle music is much more reasonable now that I've turned it down. Killed half the flying units that I need to kill, and I completely forgot that I was meant to be placing specific units. Merger Brew? Took out the top spot with me assisting. There were no epics. Brand rewards go to Misty getting Flying Rogues and Hados getting Centurions. And I gained another tier. And again, because we've been using them more often, let's go to the spells and try to level these out a bit. I'm still not using Stronghold terribly often. We're using Curse more often. So I think I'll go with that one. Maybe I should work on High Ground as well. We're probably just going to end up leveling all of them. It is time for the skin chest, though. How horrible is this one going to be? We got a lot of flying units. We have one sellsword. The problem is we've got these, the Waller Beams, and they evolve. Specifically Buck Evolve. After 5 kills, I thought so. And this, the Blobler, also Buck Evolves after 1.5 minutes. So we've got a mix of things going on, which makes it kind of hard to deal with. So I'm going to suggest... Wait, what do I need to place? Rogues, okay. Gonna suggest range behind. Ados, that artillery probably going to help quite a lot. Okay, back to the game. What time is it? We've got like an hour left. Okay.
My peasant ass is killing me.
There is so much more to learn.
Sure. Wait, optional. Use my action skill. Everything's dead. They're dead, Jim. It's an actual open, but I was hoping that I could, you know, action style open.
The ruins of Castle Harrowfast are just out yonder. Which is fantasy for saying. It's over there, baby.
I sense the Dragon Lord's presence. His tomb is somewhere beneath these ruins. Find him, fellow skeletons!
Wait. I thought we already beat the Dragon Lord.
What? That was forever ago. He's a necromancer. It's hard to legit kill him to death. After you guys went bony toe to toe, Queen Butt Stallion locked his butt away in a dusty tomb for a few hundo years.
Oof, he's gonna be a cranky boy.
I love this sort of thing because it's like there is definitely a place for this sort of thing in role-playing in my books where things are meant to be just silly and fun and you're not meant to question it too much. It's just a game where you're charging in and being the hero and like having fun with it. But it doesn't make much sense to me personally. Like, if I do think about these things of we went in and beat the Dragon Lord, was there any mention of this is like we're making new characters, so those old characters were the 100 years ago? Or like, are we still meant to be the same characters, but how are they around 100 years later? That sort of thing. And yeah, stuff like they just catapulted some more skeletons in because you needed something to fight.
Aha! We have guests.
Did I didn't actually slot it. There we go. I didn't realize that the skeeps fly. I don't have spells yet.
Save me a seat on the other side.
Don't turn my head into a mug!
I definitely prefer the 2-shot to the 4-shot.
Don't worry. Get you up there. Curse you, hero! Bag your own voice.
Have I mentioned that I'm not great at shooting games?
My bones! My brittle bones! I've been dying for a fight!
That's also another thing that throws me. The skeletons, and when they lose their head, they don't necessarily fall over. Sam. Sam. Well played.
My foot bone's gonna connect with your ass bone! We are why not get ahead of the race? I'm gonna
is a crumbly-tumbly ruin. No one is left to walk these halls. No one living.
So, skeletons.
Oh, yes, girl. You're picking up what I'm putting down.
All that meat just makes you an easier target.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
Drag you to heck.
Now, the first thing that I found... yeah, Dark Wolf definitely seems that way. I don't remember ever seeing Tina as an adult.
It never hurts to pause and reflect.
So I don't know. I don't remember what age she's meant to be in 3, and I don't know where this falls between 2 and 3 or not. She was in 3? She didn't seem like it. Okay, but was there much difference in, like, characteristics? She sounds fairly similar. It's hard to tell whether she's an adult or not from the other side of a table. She's wearing fantasy clothes in this, so... Depth of voice is not something that I remember. Like, she sounds like Tina to me.
Ooh, what's that scrawled upon yonder parchment? Verily, 'tis a poem. Surely the author would be glad to see its safe return.
See, Sam? That's the sort of April Fool's stuff that I find enjoyable.
Embers in the hearth, coats laid at the door, wine set for the guests. Pour, pour.
For the rest of that poem, simply walk your little leggy legs to the tavern in Brayhoof.
I'm not saying that you are wrong. I'm saying that I do not have a good enough handle on the situation to be able to answer the question. And there isn't enough of a change between 2 and 3 for me to have noticed a big difference. So this is one of the things I was mentioning before, in that you can get customization items. There is the banner in the background as one of the things that can be customized. This one is the color of full moon, which I have no idea about.
It's too mighty for me to handle.
But I already know this color from my other character. So how do I drop things? Q is drop. No, like, as far as I'm concerned, Tiny Tina is the bunker master, and you know you see her from, like, well, camera view.
When you got more than one gun, you can switch between them. Keeps combat spicy, like jambalaya.
So, Tina, maybe after this quest, I could be the bunker master. I've been working on a campaign. It's got orcs and kissing.
No. Tina don't play no more, okay? But it's all good. I got megatons of questicles simmering up in my brain sauce, baby.
Interest says all grown up, still insane. Yeah, I guess a better way of putting it is that any differences that there are were not stark enough for me to remember them with my crappy memory. Three-shot burst. Let's take that one. And I know that they're pointing out weapon swapping, so I guess... Are any of these, no, they're all crappy pistols. Okay. Like, Hados, if you remember that sort of thing, can you point out the difference between young Tina and older Tina in a way that is, like, super obvious rather than kind of subtle?
A form more befitting your intellect. I said I need to ride. More stones to wet the blade. You should see the look on what's left of your face.
Ow. So, interesting thing just there was that one of those weapon strikes that I did made me run forward to hit the enemy. That was not me pressing forward and attacking, that was me pressing attack and it ran forward. It looks younger in this, fair enough. Okay, this is one of the things I was talking about before. You find them all over the place, and it says it increases your loot chance, but I haven't been able to find out where that statistic is kept.
Orange ain't got nothing on you.
See, so none of this stuff is actually all that good, but I'll still take it anyway. I quickly get to the point where I don't loot things because it's more effort than not. Fair enough. Still doesn't really answer my question of, you know, is there noticeable things? Are there things that really stand out between younger and older Tina?
Now, no need to get squeakish. I'm a talking skeleton. My well, not all die with grace.
Arthur just runs up and punches me in the face.
How much to unlive for?
Herofast's throne hall lies barren, hella decrepit. The last of the Hero bloodline sits in her ancient throne, her bones clutching a dusty spellbook as though awaiting a destiny that never came.
Well, this place is super grim. I love it! Grab that spell book!
Spell.
Oh, magic, my muse. I have ached for you.
With the spellbook equipped, you can cast the frost spell contained within it.
Ice magic is extra strong against the undead. They got none of that greasy flesh to keep them warm.
Now, how do we get into the tomb crypt? There's got to be an entrance around here somewhere.
Hidden.
There's no escape.
But I do appreciate the actual finding out of information.
The floorboards of the throne hall seem rotten and brittle.
And I like people helping each other out with that sort of information.
Next time.
And nothing all that interesting there. I missed.
The bone-dry air of the crypt whips past you as you hurtle down into the depths beneath the castle. It smells of old stone and older secrets.
Nothing like a little math and organization to get the blood pumping.
Hados? I think I'm gonna have to go with no. Because I don't. Like, if I'm asking for details on how something is different, saying that, you know, it's just different. No, I don't. I get that you can tell the difference and having a hard time explaining it, sure, but that just tells me that there isn't a stark difference.
Being a duchess sucks. My servants suck. And prophecies? I spit upon prophecies. That was me spitting. Because they suck. For 6 generations, my family has clung to this stupid prophecy. The Harrows must guard over these lands, lest a great evil rise again. Well, guess what? These lands suck. I'm getting out of here. One last meal, and I'm moving to the capital. Food's not bad, though. Guards! Fetch my poison tester! Tell him he sucks!
That... If something is stark, if it is a very noticeable thing, explaining it to me, even though I don't remember it, shouldn't be difficult. Like, if you say that there is, you know, her voice is not necessarily like octaves deeper or anything, but like there is a drop in her voice, and that her character model has been enlarged, and that you know, she's developed these features, and like going through previous and later, like before and after, that's a thing that can be done to say what's changed, even if it doesn't help me specifically remember it. These things stand out. Discord DMs for when the Stream Raiders battle is live. Okay. See, hair is different might be a thing. Not saying you specifically, Hados. That is what I'm saying, is that I personally don't know the details because I'm asking for details. And Dark Wolf's saying it's hard to explain based on my memory is not exactly what I was asking for, is what I was trying to go with. I don't ever expect people to be able to tell what's in my brain to relate differences from that. That you can't read my mind. I don't expect that. And how far off are we on Stream Raiders? Just a sec. 8 minutes. Okay, so this is the introduction to traps. It is super obvious. It doesn't get you in trouble. It's like, hey, look, there's traps. Okay. Taller is hard to say, like, having concrete statement that this is between 2 and 3 kind of rules things out. But before, when we were dealing with not knowing, it's hard to tell when someone is taller. Like, whether she is currently taller or shorter on the other side of a table. That's why I was saying things like, she's in fantasy garb, so we can't tell the difference in clothes. And I can't tell you whether her voice is deeper because I don't remember what her voice was. There is layers of complication here again. If you're talking about a previous time, not today, then my memory's even worse. So yeah, it is all a mess is what I'm going with.
You hear a rumble and a booming laugh that seems to come from all around you.
Ominous. Feels just like home.
I found it! A tomb inside of a crypt! The perfect hiding place. I am coming, my Dark Master!
He's gonna resurrect the Dragon Lord. That's the exact opposite of what we want. We gotta get in there.
And now, just because my brain is trying to sort through these things, not for anyone else's benefit, I'm just vocalizing this because my brain is doing this. So I see the problem here is that there's the question of, when is this? The statement of, my memory is terrible, and the thought of trying to figure out when this is. Actual differences between 2 and 3. And then, do I notice these changes between 2 and 3? So this is the big mess of things that's going on at the moment. So yeah. We possibly, but definitely I, have compounded the issue. I do remember us previously having the conversation the gauge was much older. And it was weird because they kept, like, she hadn't changed much in the change to make her older.
This do-gooder's a goner.
Excuse you?
All that meat just makes you a juicier target. You're already dead. You just don't know it yet.
You can have some spell.
So ends their minor part in
Okay,
this
so do I need my spell off cooldown for me to get the free one?
They cry for blood, and blood they shall have!
Ow!
That doesn't quite work.
He threw his shield at me. Okay. So if I do that, and then freeze spell on that? No.
Magic miscellaneous projectiles!
The waystone glows. You feel its magic within your chest, within your mind, within your soul. It asks a question. Who are you?
I am a fate maker.
You have answered smartly, baby! The carven door to the Dragon Lord's tomb crumbles!
The resurrection ritual has begun!
Rule of cool. Is a way out? There's probably a way out. Ah, no, it is another die location.
Numbers, go!
Oh, no weapons. Get these chunks out of the way. Taking this one with me.
Boss fight! I got a special figurine for this guy. 1 second. Rising before you is one of the Dragon Lord's most loyal undead soldiers. It's Rivula. Roll for initiative!
Tremble before Rivula!
Just very amused by all of this.
I'm trembling.
Kick his ass, Newbie.
Works every time.
So I don't know how this is meant to be working. Because I thought by...
Ready to fling some spells.
I thought by casting things on the boss, we were meant to get free spells. If they are immune to the Fate Maker instantly casts a free spell on the enemy and gains 2 stacks of spell weaving. Actually, we didn't look at spell weaving. Casting a spell or reloading grants the Fate Maker a stack of spell weaving, increasing spell damage. Spell weaving stacks automatically decay after a few seconds. Casting a repeating spell has a chance to award additional spell weaving stacks with each repeating cast. Yeah, Sam, this guy is. I casted on him, it didn't do anything. That's why I was wondering how free spell works. But we have a battle. So let's do the battle first, and then come back to being confused. I see Argus in here with that epic buster, and as mentioned before, we've got Hados with the cyber artillery. He saw the spell come out the side of his head, so it auto-casts. Interesting. I'll try to pay more attention to that. Well, Hados is unlikely to be moving terribly much straight away. And we have a bunch of sparkles there, so I'm going to give us the high ground and see how that goes. Go get him, people. And Hados also asked me to look at a thing while we're stream raiding. Oh, okay, yep. That is a big noticeable difference. And I do not remember Tiny Tina at all from Borderlands 3. Yeah, like the clothing changes that she's in actual armor. She basically looks... I guess, yeah, the simplest way to put it is that in 2 she looks like a child, in 3 she looks like a young adult. And I don't remember that at all. I only remember the way she looks in 2. And this, apparently. Okay, good to know. Anyway. We win! Hados, you took out the top spot with Severamonto. I'm taking a guess there, assisting. Random rewards. Argus gets a bunch of money, Hados gets a Centurion, and Dancer gets a Musketeer. Yeah, I'm just now mildly stunned at how much of a difference that is, and that I don't remember it at all because my brain, thanks brain. Anyway, we've got one more battle before things are meant to happen. Let's see how we do. I'm not getting the things done that I meant to because I'm meant to be placing rogues. And I would need to place 2 more in this battle.
Hide the planet! Hide the planet!
Shut up and get in the car!
Hide the planet! Hide the planet!
I love that sound effect has the shut up and get in the car. Okay. I am going to put my flying rogue over here to help deal with those guys. I am going to once again say bombs there and flying bombs here. And just whatever you like over this way. With some range at the back in case people want to take direction. Okay, so I need to pay attention to the spell coming out the side of his head. So, if I go, haha.
They were already lost.
Aha! Ow! Zappy! Yeah, I see what you mean.
Quit!
And yeah, he even recoils from it. It'll be interesting when I have more noticeable spells.
Oh, nothing but fizzles. Your minion failed miserably, Dragon Lord.
There's still time. You can seal the Dragon Lord away before he escapes.
Yep. Not falling for it. Movement speed while water's full. On a better ward. Okay, so we've got a different spell here. Now, did I remember correctly that you're meant to get 2 spell slots as... Not yet, at the very least. Okay. Let's see what that one does instead. And I saw a shiny thing. Ah, it's just candles. I thought that there was a shiny thing in the wall. Hey, Dancer. Oh, Sam. That's a thing that just remind me of. I saw when I was changing, Oh, okay. I saw in Blurp when I was changing the monthly sound that you had put in a request for a second walk-on to choose between.
Psych! The Dragon Lord is free, suckers!
Dragon Lord, I come for you!
That's good. Yeah, not happening. Come on, the Fate Maker never beats the villain in the first quest. Still, you're stronger than the ones she sent before. I wonder. We'll meet again, Fate Maker. But for now, I have to go pay an old shiny friend a visit. See you around the neighborhood.
Damn it, he got away? We gotta track him down. I want that big bad boss kind of loot.
No, oh shit, he's going to do terrible things. Oh shit, he got away. We don't get the loot. We have gained another level. A better spell crit. And better cooldown. And Dancer, thank you for the hydrate. Hados, is Will Arnott the name of a voice actor? And yeah, Sam, the reason I was bringing it up is that I have approved that for you. It is there. I don't know how you use them because I've never had one. Recharge delay. We want all the spells. That's not as good. Can't use it while you're not so. That's fair. That is fair. I was not trying to like pressure or anything. I was just letting you know that it is there and available. It has been approved. That's a sort of. So, it is in Borderlands as part of the series. It's using Borderlands characters, but they are Borderlands characters.
Prime to your Twitcher, oh viewers of plenty, oh viewers of plenty. Whoa.
It's Borderlands characters that are playing a role-playing game. So you aren't any of the Borderlands characters in the game, if that makes sense. And Dancer, once again, thank you for your generosity giving a gift to Sam this time. Fire and Dreams.
The Fate Maker's journey begins as so many.
Whoa! Is
with a
that
heart
a sight?
of fire
It's also a
and
customizable,
dreams,
high-impact sniper
dragons,
rifle.
Magic.
What?
It will end
It's also a
only
gun.
one way, with the ultimate defeat of all evil.
Despite your heroic efforts, the Dragon Lord has escaped!
Wait a minute. Did you hear what he said? Shiny? Friend? Neighborhood? I know where he's headed. He's after Queen Butt Stallion!
To warn Queen Butt Stallion of the Dragon Lord's escape, you must travel far across the Wonderlands to the capital city of Brighthoof.
So, bad timing, but there you go, Sam. I say bad timing because that was a jumble of both your sound and the plotline, so I didn't really get to do either. Though I know what both of them are, so it doesn't matter to me.
Swiftly pass to that dark beyond, friend.
Is small update relevant, Dancer, or just noting that it's there? Like oh look, there's a thing. The relevance is that it exists. Okay. Random conversation, I approve. With some people. Some people.
I built you guys this big overworld on the table. Just move your miniature wherever you want to go on it.
Nice detailing on the landscape. Feels like there's a whole world just waiting for us to kill and loot it.
That's right! Welcome to my Wonderland!
Welcome to the overworld. You've entered you've entered Tina's living tabletop board game filled with new areas, activities, quests, and dangerous encounters. While on your quest to defeat the Dragon Lord, it's wise to explore everywhere you can, and you'll need experience and powerful gear to take on the tougher challenges ahead. You might find your path blocked along the way, but there are friends to be made in Wonderland who can aid you on your journey. Look, it's us! And this is the only place that I've seen that it's relevant that the character that we made. Oh, and the intro screen, like the, well, actually, Paper Doll? Paper Doll's probably relevant as well. Yeah, there. But, only place in the game where I've seen it's relevant. Oh no, Sam, are you okay? You got a flesh and bones, and you couldn't discard it on the bird that needs all the... Oh no! Oh no. Okay, so we can't really get through there. It is blocked. But there is loot chests on the world map. Therefore making this the best game ever.
The road to Brighthoof is blocked. Guess you'll have to go through that tall grass.
A battle jumps out at you! Random encounter! Ha!
You never know what's hiding in the tall grass. Be careful of enemies in the overworld. Touching them will start a combat encounter. Defeating random encounters will earn you XP and fantastic loot.
We can settle this peacefully if you just give me all your money and let me kill you.
What a Zion! I'm hoping that I got that even vaguely correct. Welcome on in. How are you doing? Ooh, look at all of this. And you've just met our follower goal. So thank you so much for bringing all your people here. How are you doing? I'm playing Getting Over It as well. We're getting some interesting raids today. Welcome in, everyone. How are you all doing? Thank you for being here. Dancer, you get to use the command. Look at all of you. So, Dancer, it's add all lives, and this time it's 300 afterwards. Okay, someone needs to explain the difference between the Q-Peen crew. Well, sorry, Q-Peen here for you, and the Q-Crew here for you. This is an adult stream, so no problems whatsoever. But I am very curious. Okay, I'm gonna go through all of these names that have just shown up. So many first-time chatters as well. So, coming in, we've got Quality Suspects. Welcome in. Skylord, welcome in. Kim for the Day, welcome in. Crinkle Cut Fries, welcome in. Quatosian, welcome in. Again, I hope I haven't butchered your name. Grim, familiar name. There we go. Grim, I'm guessing that you were involved in this. If you were, thank you for bringing people over. Madison, welcome in. Okay, have I missed anyone? If I missed any of you, please let me know. I don't want to leave anyone out. Some people just like being dogs, you guys. Fair enough. Weirdest stream that I've ever seen. Oh, I don't get very many weird streams. Probably one of Terra's cursed streams. Terra Stormer has done some interesting things for their community and meeting certain targets. Like that, I think there was a Catgirl maid stream at one point, as an example. We do love Grim. This is a thing.
Oh, viewers of plenty. Oh, viewers of plenty. Whoa.
Quality Suspects giving a sub to Quattrocien. Again, sorry if I butcher your name. Time for a good night, Kim. Good night to you. Enjoy your rest. Hopefully we will see you again. Entire bank at his disposal. Call them Q. Okay, that does make things easier. This looks like a fun game. This is Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. It is the latest game in the Borderlands series, where we are playing their in-system D&D equivalent bunkers and badasses. It's a lot of fun. It's a bit silly, and I'm very much amused by a lot of it. You don't even know how to pronounce your name. Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, again, welcome in. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I guess doing an introduction of hi, I'm Reborn. I like to play games that have levels of interaction. So other than today, my What the Friday streams are me introducing games to people, just showing off various different things each week. Some of those games go on to be our playthroughs, but yeah. On playthrough days and Minecraft days and other days where we aren't just playing something random, I tend to include something that makes them interactive. So, yeah. Hi, welcome in. Okay, we just hit this point where we have gone into the tall grass and having a random encounter. Not at all like Pokemon. Google Translate thinks it's Latin. Perfect. Perfect.
I smell a full purse that's about to be a lot less.
That was not an enemy apparently. Oh, that is the spell. I like it. That is new. We haven't tried that one before. That was a whip.
Can't wait to cast something!
You are dodging far too much.
Oh, so this is the offer,
Aha! Our guests! Out of spell slots!
Okay, so that auto casts as well. Good to know.
For them. They were already lost.
You would not escape paradise.
Cultists? I haven't noticed cultists before. So the way that these random encounters work is that you may have noticed on the right-hand side where it's got my quests, it says that there are a certain amount of enemies to defeat, and it will just keep spawning enemies until you meet the quota. And then you get rewards, because random encounters. Archmage, excellent, that's what we want. Archmage makes it so that when you melee things, your spell cooldown decreases, so that you get spells faster for hitting things. All of the 888s? What's going on with the 888? Beds do miss people, it's a thing. Can confirm. Not that I want anyone to leave. I very much enjoy all the company and good people and meeting new people and that sort of stuff. But beds, they do miss people. Yeah. Ooh, that is more damage. And the same effect. Okay.
I put shortcuts around the overworld to help you get around. All you gotta do is punch them.
Haha!
There's all sorts of goodies and dungeons hidden behind things you can punch. Oh, man, this is the best. I am so glad that you guys are here to play games and be friends. It's just been me in this cave with the bun bows and like a mountain of marshmallow cereal for like ever.
Ah, Tina. Have you been lonely?
What? No! You're lonely! I got friends! I got tons of friends! Look at all these hottie bun babes! This one, his name is Dimitri Papadopoulos, and these are his cousins from out of state!
And why are they ticking?
I'm so glad you asked, because they are also palms.
Great! Nice to meet you, Dimitri.
Yep. True Tina style. Now, important part, now that we can break things. Nice!
Numbers, go!
Quality suspects, thank you very much for leaving the luck. Enjoy whatever you have to do, even if that's just sleeping. And again, hope we see you again soon. Work in 4 hours, yeah. That's an important thing. And Sam, why are you asking about drinking maple syrup?
What's that? Who are you? Are you behind me right now?
In case you didn't notice, his name is Backstab.
Hey! You wanna get rich?
This guy seems a little on edge, but maybe he can point you to something keen.
This shrine behind my well-protected and notably unstabbed back is for some old god that's fallen out of fashion. I figure if we get all the pieces back together, they reward us real nice. With gold! I already found a piece myself, and I know where another one is. You get that for me, we can split the reward. I'll be here watching your back. Your defenseless, stabbable back. And if anyone comes at you from the front like a moron, just give him a slap. It's the stab of the open palm. Never know who might give you the old back-acupuncture. It's always the last person you expect. Well, the proverbial you, not you personally. I'm sure your back is fine.
I love these characters. There's like at least one per game, and they always amuse me. Like, was it Shooting McFace? I think it was Shooting McFace who wanted you to shoot him in the face. Want sugar, and it's the only thing you really have that might satisfy your craving. I mean, Sam, I'm not against you drinking some maple syrup. I'm just curious as to the why. There is also the option of putting maple syrup on something to turn that thing into sweet. You may want to consider that. Best quest giver ever, yeah. So another random encounter just to be able to get through this bit. Where?
I'm not a zombie, I just really don't like catastrophe at my command! Wait, that's not the right word.
Interesting. So, I love it. I love that.
Their minor part in this grand play. Come closer.
Hey, who did what now? You, have a rock.
My footbone's gonna get back. Disgusting flesh. Eat those bones.
This is a great spell.
Makes you a juicier target. These infernal hands have no more magic. Ready to fling some spells. Don't understand. I'm dying.
Trying to see what's going on in chat while shooting at things. Encounter clear. Now it looks like a Borderlands game. Yeah. It definitely is. It's just a themed Borderlands game. I mean, it's got all the loot sort of stuff in it, and it's got the weird characters and just like amusement value. It's definitely a Borderlands game. There are some differences that if you have played the other Borderlands games that I'm liking the differences so far. This is the first Borderlands game that's had a world map like anything like that. But yeah, I like the idea of this because it means that there's a lot more opportunities in the franchise. I have not used any road products. Gotta go start the thing. No worries, Dark Wolf. We will see you in a little bit.
Oh, what? Look, girl, there's a bridge. You could totally thwack that thing over and cross it. Dang. Ooh, you spy a magical crystal belonging to a broken shrine somewhere in the Wonderlands. Try and piece, get.
Now, this is the thing that I find interesting. Why did they think to include this shadow? I've not found that out yet. I'm curious as to why you would want to know where you found a thing. Maybe it's to make, you know, socializing with others easier, so you can be like, oh, I totally know where that thing is. You can come over here and see where the marker was. But yeah, I don't have a good answer for why that's there. He's locked, and this is a barrier that we can't get through. We can't even punch our way through it.
We all die eventually. Why not get ahead of the rush?
So anytime that you're in high grass, you can get a random encounter. I mean, we did knock it down, so I can just walk the long way around. Or you can go back into that mine and get another encounter. So that they are very much... there's a lot of giving you the option to fight in this, as opposed to just walking around and constantly having to fight things. But it's not all optional. You can't just skip over everything.
The ruins of a shrine dot the landscape, though its builders are long forgotten and its magic crystals scattered. Perhaps who or whatever it exalts would reward you for restoring it to its former glory. This shrine is dedicated to Mool-Ah, the patron god of cash money.
Patron god of cash money. This place,
Try piece! Try piece!
yep, is locked away. Hey, you can punch open the chests. I hadn't tried that before.
Her coruscating majesty, Queen Butt-Stallion, has long protected the Wonderlands with the soul magic she imbues into the land itself. But such a precious role requires guarding as well, as proven by the terrible events at Dragon Keep. And so, the Queen founded a new walled city from which to oversee her realm. Brighthoof, the seat of the Adamant Throne.
Oh, one thing that I didn't really point out to all of the new people here. When people came in and started following and being lovely like that,
Smell that? Coming from that dungeon? That's a shrine piece.
meeting the follower goal of the day meant that we awarded channel currency to everyone. So you're all earning bot currency as well as Twitch currency, and we use a lot of that in the interactive part of things that I was talking about. So that there are a whole bunch of commands for various things, mainly in things like Minecraft that have it built in, but, you know, other things as well, that use the channel currency. So thank you for helping me meet my goals, and you've got a bunch of them now. Yep, Dancer, we are going to be doing this dungeon bit and then doing all of that stuff. So we'll be done in a few minutes.
You made it! Now get in there and clear the place out, even if it brings you to the brink of death, leaving you totally vulnerable.
Inexorable!
I do love this polymorph. Okay, there is a cooldown on those, like, sorry, a wind up on those things. That is good to know. Oh, it was too far away. I was also too far away. No, it looks like I got affected by something.
You've been scheming! Don't turn my head into a moth! Don't know it yet.
Perhaps. Wow, the area on that thing is pretty good. Have to go to bed to teach in the morning. You are a teacher. That's pretty cool. Well, Q, thank you for bringing your people over. It is always nice meeting new people. And once again, I hope I get to see you soon.
Corporeal modulation! Good. You'll be fine again.
Inside every hero is a skeleton that wants to be free.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this playstyle more than the character that I made before.
Their soul now befouls the waters of time.
The Graveborn seems to be more of a close range character, and I'm definitely a long range player. Yeah, it's one of those fun, awkward things. If you didn't like meeting new people, then streaming on Twitch is super awkward. But still, it's a good thing to say. Like, to actually vocalize. Ooh. That's basically the same thing that we have, but worse. Round 2. level up time. Take another point in this, and another point in this. Which are the same things we've mentioned before.
Devastation inbound! Join our ranks soon enough!
Oh, so good. That combination of things is just really working for me.
I'm all out of spell stuff.
Now I need a gun that has Archmage on it.
Inside every hero is a skeleton that wants to be free. Don't worry, I'll get you out of there.
Aha! Enjoy the polymorph, big guy.
Cleared everyone out and you're still alive, huh?
So good.
Better grab that shrine piece. Saves me a trip.
Aegis of Assailing. It's better than what we've got. Has higher ward capacity but less maximum health. That's fine. Wards regenerate. Fire rate while ward is depleted. Okay, so if things get bad, we get better. Chance to reflect bullets and arrows while warded. This thing's great. That thing's just great.
Orc, a shrine piece!
So, this guy's totally gonna try and kill us, right?
Totally.
Girls say what?
His name is literally Backstab.
That's probably just a coincidence.
Yeah. Why would a character named Backstab ever backstab you?
Would surely grant you fabuloso wealth if you completed her shrine.
Huh. Didn't see that coming.
Maybe he stabbed himself?
Mysteries like these course in rivers throughout the universe. Anyhoozle, once the shrine is complete, you get the reward all to yourself.
Nice to meet you. Okay, so that's where I wanted to end things. Because I've gotten further than this in the game, but at the very least, having completed that, showed off what it was like, and then this wonderful piece of backstab being backstabbed. That is where I'm going to leave that for today. Again, the games are silly, but they're a lot of fun. It's been one of my favorite game series for a long time, so I'm glad to be enjoying the new one again. Okay, what do we got? We've got Nyack Polo with the Epic Orc Slayer and Question with a Dionysus Mage. Nice. Those are going to charge forward and hopefully blow up on some number of those. What is high ground going to help many of these? Yeah, a bunch. Let's put the high ground here and see how that goes. Now, you know what? I want to take a bit less bonus against the flying things and a bit more bonus against the annoying shooty things. So let's put that there. Go get him, people. Fantastic. those bombers work so well against the units that are incredibly hard to kill otherwise. So, Severamonto, you took out the top spot with Caboni assisting. Random rewards go to Caboni, gets some gold, Misty gets a musketeer, and Labard gets 2 berserkers. But unfortunately, we are done for the night, so next time, on Sunday, we're starting off with a boss fight. That's going to be a mess. That is absolutely going to be a mess. Okay. So, thank you all for being here. Grim, in specific, thank you for introducing us to new people, because that is always a lot of fun. What's the plan? Plan right now is we are going to go over and raid Darkwolf. This is a very normal thing for us on What the Fridays. It is, in fact, why I start early and finish early, is so that we can support our friends. In 2 days' time, I will be back. We're a little bit later than usual, so it's about 2 hours and 20 minutes before now is when I will be starting on Sunday, where we're doing our playthrough day and continuing to play through Psychonauts. I have no idea how much is left in it, but we were estimating halfway at the beginning of last stream, so maybe 2/3 of the way through by now, maybe. I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's a good game. It's full of really interesting art choices and combining of ideas, which I find a lot of fun. Nothing, pure coincidence. I would... Let's just lie and say that I believe you. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I may be around on Discord tomorrow. There is a good chance of that happening. There's more of a chance that I will be in various friends' streams, because when I'm busy with like life stuff and work background stuff, I hang out in people's streams. Because we know a bunch of really fun people and they're about all over the time. But that's it. That's it for today. I'm gonna go set up that raid on Darkwolf. And I guess I'll put us on the end screen so that you can see all the lovely people who helped me run the show. Hey, there we go. Raid is now starting. Dancer, thank you for putting the raid command in there. So if people want something to help them break the ice, that is what those raid commands are for. Just go have a good time, be friendly, that sort of thing. I know that you're all amazing people, so go be amazing people with Darkwolf. Until I see you all next time, take care, stay safe, and have fun!